Pretty funny.
Let's try to fuck with this.
Everybody fucks with us, man. Everybody fucks with us. Stream gets fucked up.
It's fine. We're doing replacing some stuff.
Yeah. This is what happens when you rush an issue.
What happens with Russian issue? Some pumpkin imagery missing.
Yeah.
Quick pumpkin photoshopping.
Quick pumpkin photoshopping. I mean, I'm glad that, you know, in one way, I'm glad for what happened because, like, you know, it's got to go up. It needed to go up.
It needed to go up.
And I was being too much of a prima donna about it.
Those guys put the pressure on. I appreciate that. Like, you know,
I just didn't think they needed to go this far. It didn't need to be like this. This was bad. This was a bad one.
We got back up to 6. So
yeah. Hello, everybody. Yeah, we're back. I don't know what happened to the last stream. They fucking. I mean, we all know what happened to the last
this
stream.
place is in ruins over here, man.
Yeah.
Like, they really messed up a lot of stuff when they came inside here. It's more messed up than it was before.
Yeah, it's pretty destroyed. There used to be a big painting back here, but now it's just fucking bare because they tore it off, threw the painting down when they were fucking. When what was happening earlier was happening.
Show them what they did to the old haunted apartment over there.
What'd they do to the haunted apartment? I didn't even see that part.
It's all messed up.
Man, are we really not getting any chat at all?
I'm hoping that they're all on daggermag.com and reading the new site. That's
Gorefest looks sick. I didn't know you guys had a thing for old school RPGs. Well, now you know.
Yeah.
Now you know an amazing amount. And Matt did a spectacular job on all the artwork. You don't get to see as much of it as there is in the next print, but I thought we'd give you the rules in their entirety for free.
Yeah, easy access rules you can use on your
little
tracking device,
your Beebly Bob,
Beebly Boop,
your smart shoe.
Yeah.
That's bad. I should stop doing that.
What's that?
The shoes thing.
What?
We meet again. I see. Hey, JJ's Peculiar Channel.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Wow.
Once we get menthol gold and fucking loudspeaker, then it's a party. Kobold Comics, always welcome. Not seeing racism on this Gorefest character sheet. Definitely try.
68.
It's 68 on the quirk table. You know, we should roll up some Gorefest characters.
We should roll up Gorefest characters.
That's what we should do.
You guys want to roll up some Gorefest characters?
Yeah, would you like to roll up some
pretty fun
Gorefest
to create.
characters?
Yeah.
It takes a very short amount of time, and you get weird quirks that make the character interesting. Hell yeah. If you guys want to make up Gorefest characters, we'll read them out on the stream, and me and Matt will make some too in a second. But I got to go through and like dot the I's and cross the T's and make the site, you know, spick and span, because there were a couple of problems with the upload. So I'm going to be working at the moment. Why don't you make up a Gorefest character while I finish this thing up?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. And you can access Gorefest at daggermag.com as part of Dagger issue 4. Pull it up on your phone. As in drinking party. Oh yeah. No, I mean all RPGs at a certain point are drinking parties, even if you're just drinking sody pop. You know, it's a thing you do with your friends. You get gross food. It's like a fun thing. Gorefest is easier to play drunk than done, and pick whichever one rolls the highest, which is a mathematical operation even the worst of us can do.
Yeah. That's what I really like about it. There's no percentage rolls. Like, you know, it's always like, you know, you're accumulating dice, and as like you level up, like you get higher level dice. So it's, I mean, like generally speaking, like, you know, if you roll above a 4, you succeed in what you're trying to set out to do. But we also have like a complex resolution table. So if you have more complex actions that you want to achieve, you can rank that on the complex resolution table?
That doesn't make it sound easy at all.
It's easy.
It is easy. It is very easy, actually.
You explain it. You also
yeah, the basically everything in Gorefest is approximate. You get told that you do all the dice you roll, like the players are only ever rolling big pools of dice, and you pick the highest number and you tell it to the game a couple of ways to deal with it. You choose to just say you got to get a first in an action, but you don't say the results. In Gorefest, you can say the results. And the thing that the game is how much of what you describe you get to pull off. It could be 50%, 25%, 99%. So yeah.
Site's showing up beautifully on my cell phone.
Why are your streams always dying? That's a very good question.
Dude, and you know what's also weird is that, like, things get clipped out of it. Like, when that fucking chick attacked
We would love you to stream a Gorefest game, JJ's Peculiar Channel.
Like, yes,
please. Especially after the real-life Gorefest game we survived today.
All right. Character creation.
It's not. It is. It is only your fault.
Oh, my fucking foot.
The mood.
Like the weight of all your sorrows just came crashing down on the pinky toe.
I used to play Vampire the Masquerade before it went to shit. What RPGs do you guys like? I like a lot of RPGs.
I like Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah, Call of Cthulhu is one of my favorites. I like Rollmaster. Mostly the second edition by Iron Crown Enterprises. I like D&D 5th edition. I think they did a really good job of taking critiques of 3rd and 4th and making a real fun, slick, usable system. I like Cyberpunk 2020, Mike Pondsmith's Cyberpunk 2020. There's more than a little influence in Gorefest there. But yeah, I've been playing for years. I never played Vampire, though. I would be curious to. D&D WAD homebrews. You're living Cyberpunk 2020, my guy. I guess that's kind of true.
That is true.
You know, Mike Pondsmith in Cyberpunk 2020 had a fucking motto for how to live your life. High tech, low life. High tech, low life. Actually, it was Cyberpunk 2019. Yeah, that's like such a disappointment. Cyberpunk 2019. It's pretty fun, but it's pretty hard to find out-of-print books. Yeah, you know who's got a great collection is Sam Hyde. He's got great Cyberpunk 2020 books. Did you guys know the FBI had a file on Gary Guy? I actually wrote a story for the Revealer magazine about the satanic panic around D&D. And a lot of people just talk about it like being the bloviating of the religious right. But I read some of the books that were critiquing D&D. And it's not that they didn't understand it. They did understand it. They were very threatened by the fact that their children were imagining a world without God or putting themselves in God's place and imagining a world on their own. So they were perhaps right to be afraid. I think people should be afraid of fucking role-playing games. At least media enterprises should be afraid of role-playing games because it's a way to have a better time without spending $1 million or even $20 on a movie ticket. It's a way to get modern people that have been desensitized to doing this in other circumstances to get around and tell stories to one another. It's fucking extremely threatening to churches and broadcasters. It's a brain workout. RPGs are something magical. I absolutely agree. Also, they're a way to make very good friends. I've played Gorefest over the years with a number of people because I guess I should tell you, I've been writing Gorefest since I was like 12 years old. I've been working on the system. There's like 20 editions. Actually, only 12. But getting this, it's been a fucking nightmare. No shtick aside. Looking at the prevalence of angry nerd atheists around now, they were 100% afraid to be right. Yeah. Playing RPGs makes you think. That's true. Forces you to think. And to be social. Because those two things shouldn't be mutually exclusive, right? What?
Should I generate this on the advanced ability generator?
Do you want to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, assigning dice to determine these dice. This random method uses a pool of dice containing 1d4, 2d6, 2d8, 1d10, and 1d12. Throw this pool all at once and select a winner by removing the lowest rolling die. If more than one die ties for the lowest roll, remove the die with the greater number of sides from among the tied polyhedrons. Winners are removed from the pool and placed to the side. This roll is repeated 4 times: agility, speed, perception, and cool. Let's do it.
It's 2D. You ever have that problem where your fucking your lolly images are taking over your screen and you can't get it anything else? You ever have that? That ever happen to you? That ever fuck up your workflow?
Too many lollies on there.
Too many lollies. They're
Gumming up the works.
They're gumming up the works. They're at everything. They get in everything. Yeah, I have that problem. So it's cold up. Boot up the old random dice roller. No, man, you got a dice collector, and I like. It's like people have an attachment to them, like they're little jewels, little precious jewels. And you know, I mean, attachments you could possibly have. There's a lot sicker ones because ultimately it's just like a fucking piece of plastic. Like they don't kill any African children to make you a Chessex polyhedron. Instead of gremlins, I see lollies. They're too sweet. Oh, and you're gonna read a story in this issue called "The Speed of Love" because, as all of you men of culture are certainly aware, science claims that you can only love 5 lollies per second. But what were to happen if I created a series of animated GIFs that exposed you to far more lollies than had hitherto been seen in quick succession by human brains? Might it unlock the great potential of extrasensory perception within yourself? Could be. Could be. Okay.
What are you doing? The button?
No. Fixing something on the index page. X-Files theme. It'll be a weapon to surpass Metal Gear. Polyhedral dice equals platonic solids. Coincidence? Or perhaps Gygax started a newfound mystery school. I think he did. Has science gone too far?
All right. So I'm rolling. Don't fix it now. Just fix it like later on.
It does need to be fixed.
Yeah.
It needs to be fixed.
Personality.
Started it. You're gonna fucking embarrass me in the stream and not everybody.
No, just
fucking finish it.
I'm done.
No, that was mean. I'm sorry. I'm just stressed out. Obama and Lolly Antifa terrorist caravan.
Or right, so that'll be 1. Will be my cool, obviously.
I mean, you're supposed to roll them until you have 4 to remove.
I know. I'm just looking at how it shows up on the fucking phone. All right, go. So I ended up with 2 6-sided, 1 12, and 8.
Oh, we got a RPG. Why does your face look fucked up? Well, we had a run-in with some of the Hawaii boys. We talked about that on the previous stream, but we had to wrest control back and end the takeover of Dagger, Hawaii.
Dr. Moriarty. This is fucking an ominous name.
That is an ominous name. Not really. Moriarty is more of a plot device, in my opinion.
Yeah, but you know what Hawaii bounce is.
Yeah.
Yes, Dr. Moriarty. Yeah, there's Moriartys around here. We're not gonna say their names online, but wary of Moriartys. Watch it. All right. Anyway, so I've got my 4th now. To assign each of these 4 dice to one of my character's abilities. So I am going to be very fast and make my 12-sided dice my speed. I'm gonna make my 8-sided my agility. I'm gonna make my 6 perception and 6 for cool. So that's my guys. What he rolls for each of those. All right, finishing characters. Quirks. Gorefest characters have certain flaws, regrets, or odd details that set them apart from normal people. These quirks are on this table a number equal row of a. All characters have a role in life and special skills that are determined by their character class. Each Gorefest class is a character archetype drawn from action movies and adventure fictions, such as the tough veteran or the charismatic kingpin. After generating a character's basic ability in quirks, a class will often suggest itself. Okay, so D4. Four. So I will have 4 quirks. 100. $36. All right. 36. I'm a cokehead. My character is a cokehead. I have to roll it again.
Oh, fucking shit.
Profoundly alienated. Roll a d6 to find out why. 3. The whole world can burn down as long as I burn with it. I'm a cokehead who is profoundly alienated, and it's because the whole world can burn down as long as I burn with it. So, as you can see, a character is already starting to emerge just from this simple.
fellas, I'm out of beer. Lolicon hyperstimulation is extrasensory powers like something like the plot of serial experience.
I'm a family man. Rolled a 46, so I'm a family man.
Send us your stuff, Dr. Moriarty. It's, well, I mean, we got a backlog of submissions, but, good on you for putting stuff up, and we'd be interested to see it.
That's actually a topic of discussion inside this new online letter to the editor.
Yeah, because we want to get to everybody who's made a submission to us. That we have a backlog of submissions, so we're going to get to all of those before we start accepting any new ones. But we're going to write everybody a good response, and we're going to do some good stuff with that.
But we appreciate them all. Yeah, it's a print magazine and also a. So Dr. Moriarty says, I didn't know you guys had anything to submit to. Well, actually, tonight is our big 4th issue online.
Yeah, it's daggermag.com.
Yeah.
It's the new issue of Dagger. Offering content is the highest form of fealty. That's true. Yeah, and we've got a... Yeah, here we go. John Everell down.
It actually has all the base rules.
Oh, are you fucking kidding me? This is the fucking worst. This is a disaster. This upload is a disaster.
It's fine. I'm sure you guys can.
No, it's fucking nightmarish. It's destroyed.
They can't navigate it.
No, it's fucking all the images are missing.
Just
Matt forced us. We went to midnight.
Hey man. It's the one thing the Hawaii Don had right is that we gotta start hitting some deadlines here. Nice reading Gorefest now. All right, so let's see. So I am a profoundly alienated cokehead, and I am also a family man. So let me read you how you make a family man. Your family contains one wife/husband, 50% chance of legally married, and one D6 kid. Each has a 50% chance of being male or female and is a D20 years old. You must name your wife and children. Okay, let's find out how many kids I got. 3 kids. All right, so flip a coin for male or female. That is a female. That is a female. That is a male. 2 girls and a boy. Very nice. Okay, and roll the D20 for them. Age 5, 14, 18. All right, nice little spread. Okay. So a 5, a 14, and 18-year-old. I think that the girl's name is Lila, and the second girl's name is Shania, and then the boy's name is Ron. All right. Okay, how's it going? D8. All right, let's find out how's it going in my marriage. 4.
I'm fixing the site, Kobold Comics. I'm sorry.
I rolled a 4, so it's the worst decision I've ever made. Would explain the coke problem and also the profoundly alienatedness of it all.
Yeah, so, this is getting a little too real.
So it's a very kind of interesting, all right, can I relate to that? Can I understand that? Huh. And this is all just come from rolling, very simple, and I have one more quirk to roll, so let's find out what that is.
Okay, Rex Tillerson 32
8
is
88
functioning. Not yet. Fuck.
Right here. Oh, I'm religious. How's that? I'm also religious. In what way? Roll a D8. Fuck. 1. A I'm a big supporter of the church, financially at least.
Yeah, thanks, Sir Hat. It's all coming together. Muslim, says Kobold Comic.
All right.
What class are you gonna play?
I think I am Muslim, and I think that I am a ninja.
So you're an assassin?
I'm an assassin, yes. In fact, like I'm a Hessian. Hessian. I'd be a Hessian assassin. All right. So what do I get to be if I am an assassin? Let's see. This. What would it take to be a Joe Bernstein Gorefest character? Well, I think you'd have to fucking have like a D4 for your fucking cool. What do you think?
I think you'd have to be very lucky on the family wealth table.
Yeah, you'd be super rich, and then you could have pull a lot of strings there. Manipulate media, do some good stuff.
Expert journalist.
Yeah, all your stats can be D2. Like you can choose. Like what we did was
not
just
true. Actually.
Well, no. Oh yeah, you can't.
Yeah, D2 is like a dice.
That's not what I mean. But what I'm saying is that the way that we put it together just now was the advanced character. You know, it's just sort of like a random way, but you can assign.
You could. There's an easier way to make characters if you don't want to do the whole rolling thing. Let's see.
Assassins specialize in killing quickly and efficiently, then disappearing. They are highly competitive, dueling with one another for lucrative contracts and the coveted title of the greatest assassin in the world. Ninjas, high-priced hitmen, and spies licensed to kill are all assassins. Skill dice. D12 on the job. Assassins throw a 12-sided skill dice when attempting any action which will contribute directly to the elimination of their current contract. The contract must be intimated by the third party or ordered by the assassin.
It's initiated. That might be a typo.
Oh yeah. Initiated by a third party or ordered by superiors. D8 off the job. Actions relating to firearms, martial, involve 8-sided dice. Class features: ghosting, 2 stunt points. An assassin may spend 2 stunt points to ghost at any time, disappearing into the shadows of their present location, escaping both harm and detection. Once an assassin has ghosted, they may not return to play until a new scene begins or a phase of play changes. They may seize the bounty on any damage of their action. The damage roll's bounty is increased by 1 for each stunt point spent.
Props to this game. Thank you, Dr. Moriarty. Just was reading rules, etc. Yeah, thanks, man.
Yep.
Paul and Shigs and play Bernstein. Module idea: the media needs to lay off the other 90% of their workforce now, preferably through extra legal means. Fucking run that game and stream it.
So veterans may spend stunt points, and this is part of the game that's kind of fun that you can do.
Yeah, like basically whenever you get damaged, your resources to avoid it. But there are certain classes that can make it more expensive to avoid their damage, which makes them particularly deadly. Yeah. The whole game is built for PvP. Like, it's a great PvP game.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of great PvP tabletop games.
And me being retarded, like it's like because like you have to decide how you're spending your dice throughout the game. So it's like, take a chance and spend a few extra here, but then like you end up in a final battle, which I did, that one incident, and you run out of dice and you feel like a real idiot because the guy's fucking running laps around you. All right. So I am a Hessian assassin that has recently, or I'm in a miserable marriage, with 3 kids. 2 of which are already kind of almost out of the nest, and one of which is just like, was we call it the mistake, mistake, the mistake, and but yeah, so like I've been really getting down to the Lost lately, and I've been really like praying, man, like, and so like I've been like normally as my normal job as an assassin, like I would take contracts, like but now I take contracts from only
You're worse than Dagger Hawaii, man. You're worse than Dagger Hawaii.
It's not me, it's my character who is called, let's see, Hamid the Hessian assassin.
Clean your face, please. Fucking uncomfortable.
So there you go. So that's Hamid the Hessian assassin character creation. Using the advanced, and like that's, even if you haven't even thought of a character to like create under that circumstance, that is a fantastic character to play. And he's fucking actually got great dice to throw on this thing. Like I'm super fucking fast. Like fucking even my cool roll is pretty good.
Muhammad Jolly.
Yeah.
When I was still writing for the Revealer, I told my editor once that I was about to join ISIS. I like wrote a thing about how I was ready to join ISIS. I was so fucking pissed off at the power structure, man. That didn't go over well.
So, you guys want to roll another one?
I'm gonna roll one. I just finished what I gotta do on there's just like 2 things I gotta check here.
So now I can play a whole game as Hamid the Hessian assassin, and
I'm gonna make a character, yeah. As soon as the site is all copacetic. It's so fucking like the process we use to fucking do this, because I do all the websites in like fucking ancient HTML editor. And so the process that we use to like update the site is fucking hilariously janky. Just hilariously janky.
Yeah, character gen is always a sticking point for RPGs. That seems like an incredible system for getting new players in, and it is. But it also has its pitfalls. Like we had a friend who rolled impotence one time, and he just refused to play. He was new to role playing games, and we were trying to introduce him to the thing, and he rolled impotence, and he just could not conceptualize himself not being able to fucking blow loads. And I was like, hey man, maybe it just got blown off. Maybe it's not that you fucking can't get it up because of your own lackings of internal personal like willpower. Maybe like literally like a grenade blew.
I think you would, Sir Hat. I think the official ruling is that if you roll an impotent child molester, you have to give him a mulligan.
Yeah, no mulligan. Well, we've got a built-in mulligan system, but he built that in. Like you can switch it for a cybernetic limb. Right?
Yeah, if you don't want to run with the fucking darkest quirks, like the racism and the pedophilia, just run a cyberpunk game. And there's a cyberpunk rule that lets you trade any of the quirks you don't want for a cybernetic limb or a
looking bat.
Yeah, some fucking like cyberpunk body ogs.
But I don't know why you would want to roll. I mean, I guess you could roll a utopian thing.
Yeah, I'm almost done here with my stats. Okay, fucking. I have kind of middling stats. Let's see what quirks I get. Because I've got a D4, a D6, and 2 D8s. I guess I'll put these 2 D8s in agility and speed, put the D4 in cool, and the D6 in perception. So I'm kind of a lunkhead. And
we got phone technology here.
That's true. That's true.
Right here. Let's do it. Easy to my little device.
62. All right, I got ahead. Thanks for number 4 in Gorefest. Thanks, Pengu YCS. Thank you for coming on. And enjoy the new issue, man.
What'd you roll, you said?
62.
62.
Hey, thanks, Dr. Moriarty.
Grizzly Scar.
Ooh, nice.
Plus 10 hit points.
And 86.
D10 hit points. Plus D10 hit points. 86.
86, yeah.
Alcoholic.
Ah. Well, I'm gonna just go with a vet. I'm gonna say that my name is Trevor Mulligan, and I went fucking Operation Iraqi Freedom. I was in the sandbox for fucking 5 years. I got a grizzly scar. I got some stories to tell. I got a little bit of a drinking problem. Don't I have to like say
So
why I drink?
Why do you drink D6?
D6, 4.
Because there's nothing else I'd rather do.
Yeah, there we go. Yes, they used to make actual D100s. Yeah, D100s, I had one of those. You could never fucking tell what you were rolling. You could never fucking tell. I think the issue's in pretty good shape. The donation button doesn't work yet, but we'll get that working.
All right. So you have one more quirk.
No, that was all my quirks. Yeah. Relatable. Exactly. We would just use calculators. Yeah, my teacher in 5th grade banned Dungeons and Dragons dice to keep us from selling our souls to Satan. And yeah, we wrote a little dice program on a graphing calculator. That's how we got out of it.
All right. And you're a veteran?
I'm a vet, yeah.
So you want to read the vet?
Yeah. Veterans are tough, savvy fighters who have both training and battlefield experience. Soldiers, police officers, criminal enforcers, and terrorists may all belong to the veteran class. Service training, that's my skill dice, is a D10, and it's for everything that applies to my military training. Don't work the cunt. JJ's
didn't work the cunt.
Didn't work the cunt.
Didn't work the cunt.
What didn't work?
The cunt.
The cunt?
Didn't work the cunt.
What does that mean?
I don't know. It's kind of lost meaning the more I said it.
Yeah, if you're having an issue with the site, let me know. I'll fix it. I get plus 20 hit points. Bounty Hunter stunt. I get to make all the damage I deal. She tried to stop you from selling your soul to D&D. Oh yeah. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. No, I sold my soul. One day I bought the second monstrous manual and she sent me to the school psychologist. Really? Yeah. Holy shit. Are you who I think you are, Sir Hat? Because that would be very cool. Hi, in that case. Oh. Thank God I kept the book, for sure. Still have it. That monstrous manual, was fucking, that was a tome. I pretty much like read that exclusively for a while. But yeah, so
we should say again that we're talking about Gorefest, which is in the new issue of Dagger at daggermag.com. You guys can roll up characters yourself as well. Start a game in your own mind.
And just gonna do the donation button. I guess we've been streaming now for about 40 minutes. Thank you so much for joining us. But unless anybody has any pressing concerns, I think we might call it a night here because it's getting a little late. But thank you so much for sticking with us and enjoy the new issue. And if you're interested in Dagger trash boxes with paperback books and comics from the Dagger archive, you will be able to get it from a PayPal donation thing. And we'll be talking more about Gorefest in the future and streaming some games. So everybody just enjoy the issue and fucking have a good night.
Yeah, and please send us your character rolls that you roll. If you you roll some interesting ones, send us. If you come up with some interesting ideas, please send it over. All right.
Bye, guys.